Hi everyone, Chris Anderson with Mount Comfort RV here to show you another beautiful motorhome. First and foremost, a couple of rules to our videos. First of all, if you like us, please take the time, like our video, and even more importantly, subscribe so you get notified when there are other videos up. Keep in mind, our videos don't have any commercials in the middle of them. You don't have, that break in the middle just when things are getting good. So if you like that format, please do us a favor and, like I said, like and subscribe to us. Secondly, don't forget, if you do like this coach or any of our other coaches and you like the way I present things, and I might be somebody you would want to work with, please don't forget to ask for me. I try to not pound it into the ground too much, but we don't get paid to do videos. We like helping people get to see the product from the comfort of their home and giving them great ideas and showing them a great coach. But I really don't get paid to do videos. I get paid to sell coaches. That's still my job. So please support me and my family. 5 kids. You've got to help me out here. We would love to have your business, so don't forget to ask for me. And lastly, I'll apologize because we did get away from the videos just a little bit in the latter half of 2020. Obviously, with the pandemic going on early on, we were kind of dead around here, and we took that opportunity to do a whole lot of videos in a very short amount of time. But going forward, we got really busy. Everybody decided they wanted to go RVing, and we got so busy that I personally got away from the videos, but we're going to make up for that. My personal New Year's resolution is to make sure that we do more videos than ever in 2021. So if you want to be a part of that, like and subscribe. Okay, the commercial part of it's over. So let's get to it. We are in a 2021, newly arrived, fresh off the factory floor, Newmar Ventana. This is a 4369. Those of you who've watched my videos before know that the 4369 is near and dear to my heart. It still has yet to be conquered, as far as I'm concerned, as the greatest RV floor plan ever. It's one man's opinion. You may agree or disagree. Okay, let's go up front and take a look up here. Now, first things first, we're built on a Spartan chassis. You do have an option of a Freightliner or a Spartan chassis. I get that phone call all the time. I can talk in depth about that if you want to discuss that. The truth is they're great. They're both great chassis. They're 95% the same chassis, and I can definitely discuss the differences with you if you want to do that in depth. But I always tell people to kind of put that a little farther down your list. It's probably not what's going to make or break your happiness with a coach based on whether it's a Spartan or a Freightliner chassis, because they are both great manufacturers who care about you and will help you in the event that you have problems going down the road. But this particular one, we ordered it on a Spartan chassis. With Spartan, of course, you do get the new digital dash, and I'll turn on a key so you can we can at least see that light up. Hopefully there's not too much light in here to get a good view of that. Wait for it. There's the Spartan logo, and there's all the beautiful gauges. This is a little more traditional of a setup. Freightliner has kind of changed things a little bit, and I think going forward it'll be a nice setup for them. For me personally, I'm a creature of habit like everybody else, so it takes a little bit more getting used to. This has your transmission selector over here on the left, the way the good Lord intended. Freightliner put an extra little stalk over here, which I actually think will be nice going forward, but like I said, I keep finding myself reaching for it. It is the smart wheel, so you have your controls for the digital dash, answering the phone, your wipers, that's all on the wheel itself, and your cruise controls on the left, turn signal over here. So kind of a traditional setup in that regard. We do have backup cameras, side cameras on this coach as well, and AM, FM, CD player with navigation, and it is the Rand McNally navigation, which on Rand McNally you can program in the size of the coach so that it won't take you under any bridges that you physically don't fit under, which is of course nice. This does have a full hydraulic leveling system on it. This particular one is an equalizer leveling system, and we're leveled up right now, so we're nice and stable in here, not bouncing around too much. And you'll find that as a one-touch operation. You hit the auto leveling button, and it actually blows the air out of the bags immediately, lowers the coach down to the ground as low as it can go, and then raises it back up just enough to level it. Great setup. Now, one of the things that happened early in the 2021 model year was that Flex Steel pulled out of the RV industry, kind of unannounced pulled out of the RV industry, and that was very unfortunate. We weren't really expecting that, and it caused Newmar to scramble a little bit for different furniture. Well, in their higher end coaches like Mountain Air on up, they were using Villa furniture, which is a very high end furniture package. And so they talked to Villa, and Villa decided that they would make more furniture, and they brought in the Villa furniture to this. So this actually has like a Mountain Air furniture package in it, which is very, very sharp. Now the way we option this particular coach in, you can get it with a sofa, hide-a-bed over here, but a lot of times the people that buy this, it's just two people, and if it's just two people, really one of the better setups are the two recliners. These are very comfortable. Again, it's very high-end furniture package, and it's set up directly across from the TV. Where's the TV, you say? Well, we'll see if we can't make that happen. There it is. So during the day, you can have a nice window here, but at night, you want to sit back and you want to watch some TV. Look at that. That's going to be a beautiful Samsung television. I believe that's a 50-inch popping up there. And that's directly across from the two reclining chairs. So it's not too hard to imagine yourselves sitting here and here with your nice icy cold drink in between. If you open this up, you've even got two extra little cup holders here. Storage below. And you are directly across from the Samsung television and the Bose soundbar. When you're dealing with lesser coaches, you're going to see a lot of names you don't know, names you've never heard of. They were mass purchased from China on TVs and electronics and appliances. You don't see any of that here. You see names you are very familiar with, like Samsung and Bose, obviously leaders in their own industry. We'll go over some of the storage options over here. Nice storage cabinet here. I'll duck under. DVD, that is a Blu-ray player there, and then storage here. This coach does have an in-motion satellite dish on it, so if you want to watch TV going down the road, you can certainly do that. You just need to subscribe to either DirecTV or Dish Network. Their receiver box would go in here on top of the Blu-ray player, and then you would have a little subscription to them. If you already have DirecTV or Dish Network at home, it's usually just a small upcharge to add another satellite receiver or two. This sofa does fold down into a bed as well, so you can fold that out. Moving back into the middle of the coach, now this is a 3-slide coach, but it really has more room than most quad slide coaches, because although it is 3 slides, this slide room starts at the driver's seat and it goes all the way here. This is a true full wall flat floor slide, so that is even bigger than most quad slide coaches. So you have a kitchen and sofa slide here, you have a bed slide, and you have a full wall slide. That makes this area just huge. Big open feel in this coach. As we come back into the kitchen, we've got the pull out here for extra storage, extra counter space here, extra workspace here, and then those drawers are functional also. All these drawers pull out, full extension, and they're soft close, so just get them close, they'll pull themselves in. You have a 3 center drawers here. You can option in a dishwasher. Most RVers find, if you've never RV'd before, I get a lot of people that are like, I gotta have a dishwasher. A lot of times the folks that are experienced RVers are like, maybe I want those 3 drawers instead. We're not here to tell you how to RV. Not going to try that even a little bit. So if you want a dishwasher to this coach, if this coach is perfect except for that, give me a call. We can add the dishwasher option after the fact here at the dealership. This is an all-electric coach, so there's no propane system. That is a 2-burner induction cooktop, and you can actually take that cooktop and take it outside so that you can enjoy life out by the picnic table instead of always cooking in here. And that's nice if you're cooking with something, if you're cooking, say, salmon or something like that, you can obviously do that outside as opposed to inside. Your cohabitants in the coach will thank you for that. This is a double bowl stainless sink with a beautiful pull-down sprayer. All right, and then let's go over some of the upper storage here. We've shown you some of the drawers. Nice cabinet with adjustable shelf here. All of these shelves are lined. Nice little spice rack up top. Okay, and then over here, I love this pull out, because you know what you want is always lost somewhere in the back, and it takes my wife to find it. So this is adjustable shelf as well, so if you want that taller or lower, you can do that. Then a little bit of storage there. Under the sink, we have a pull down here. Only Newmar would give you a drawer that skinny. They try to utilize every single space, and sometimes people come in, they'll laugh at that. Why'd they even bother? Well, I guarantee you one thing, you see the person that buys this coach a year later, this drawer will be full. They'll find something to put in there. You have a designated space for the trash can. Those are the types of little details that Newmar thought of. Now on the dinette, again, you have lots of different options, anywhere from a freestanding table and chairs to a booth dinette are available for this coach. This particular one is one of our most popular options. This is the combination desk buffet, and it's kind of set up for the people that want to do like a home office setup. So this pulls in and out, okay, and it pulls in and out quite a ways. All right, and then we have storage built into here. Now over here, this isn't just storage, there's actually an outlet down here, and you've got this little spot right up here on the countertop where you can run cables down through. If you wanted to set up a little laptop computer and run down to a printer, you have that ability. You even have a nice spot for a keyboard tray right here, and then storage all underneath. Even as much as you get over here, sorry, I'm going to cross in front of the camera again. This is even set up to be like a hanging file. The hanging file rack will fit in there. So just tremendous storage with this particular buffet, and it's a nice two-person dinette. If you do have guests over, there's two folding chairs that match these. They are underneath the bed, and you pull the table out and have a four-person dinette. All right, so we're good to here. Oh, real quick, if I forget cabinets, people holler at me. So let's take a look all the way down through here. A lot of these, they're open between cabinets. They're not individual. So if you do have longer items, long skinny items you want to put in there, you can. These are a little deeper, but again, all of these are lined. Lined cabinets, I make a big deal out of that because one of the reasons Newmar sells so well, because they're quieter. Well, quieter comes from a lot of different things. Number one, you've heard me say a million times if you've watched my videos, they have the thickest floors, thickest walls, thickest roof, an insulated basement floor. All of those things, there's more insulation in a Newmar than any other coach. Having said that, there's other little things that help make it quiet as well. Lined cabinets. These doors don't just latch and have a little rattly latch there. It's actually a shock on there, a strut on there that pulls the door closed and holds it closed. So there's a little bit of tension there that just keeps things from rattling going down the road. So want to make sure we show you all the storage we can. We come back to a Whirlpool, another name you know, residential refrigerator with a pull-out freezer and ice maker down below. Water on the door. And then look at the size of this pantry. This is one of the big selling points of the Newmar. Forgot about the new, you saw me tugging on that. I forgot about the new Newmar hinges in the pantry. You actually push in to release them and then pull. So that's so nice. That way, if you have one of these loaded with canned goods, you go around the corner a little too fast or have to make a maneuver, it doesn't have so much weight to it that it plows up against the door and throws your canned goods all over the place. Those are locked in place. So nice little feature there. Across from this area, we have the half bath. Now, everybody loves the bath and a half coaches, especially when you see the bathroom suite on this coach. You'll see what really sells this coach. But going down the road, you can't really get to there unless you're doing a somersault over the bed. I'm not going to demonstrate that. We tried it a couple times. It didn't go well. I got to get that girl we use, Campy. She can do somersaults over the bed, but not me. You wouldn't want to see that anyway. But you really can't get to that rear bathroom going down the road when the slides are in. So the half bath serves a double purpose. Number one, it's your bathroom going down the road. But number two is when you do have guests over, they're not back in your bathroom during the middle of the night. Okay, they have a nice half bath. They're more comfortable that way. You're more comfortable that way. It's a good deal. I'll open this up so to show you the storage. The upper storage here is not really as much storage as it is. There's circuit breakers and fuses in there, but I'll let Tony get in there, get a couple shots. There are two toilets in this coach. They are both macerating toilets. If you're not familiar with that, a macerating toilet, think of it as a garbage disposal. Instead of things just going down, that helps them break down a little better in the black tank. Makes life a lot easier when you're dumping tanks, that type of thing. So both toilets are macerating. Now for privacy in the bedroom, we have this nice pocket. Well, it's not really a pocket door, but a sliding door. It's double. Okay. That locks automatically. It's got a little latch on it right here. And it latches in place both fully open and fully closed. There we go. Come into the bedroom. This is a king bed. This is the sleep number bed as well. So you can each pick your own side. My wife and I switched over to one of these earlier this year. We love it. We found out why we've never had a mattress we love. It's because we like very different things. I like a nice firm bed. She likes a canyon you fall into. We're both happy now. So that's made a big difference for us. But that is an option on here, and we did option that in. You also have 110 volt outlets on each side of the bed, with little USBs in there, because we all have our devices, telephones, what have you, that you can charge. Now your overhead storage, try to get a shot of this. We have a plug-in up in there for a CPAP machine and little spots where the hoses can drop down, and that's just good overhead storage. The windows on either side do open up to allow for a breeze if you like the fresh air. And then there's actually good wardrobe storage just in the bedroom here. We have 2 nice wardrobes and then 5 drawers. I'll just open one of these, but you're going to have 5 of those. And you might say, Chris, it looks like there's 6 there. Well, one of them's not what it appears to be. This drops down, and there's another Blu-ray player in there. And that spot is also where you could put a second satellite receiver if you like. There's very little carpet in this coach. This is all ceramic tile, polished ceramic tile. Very little carpet in this coach, just really on the main slide to hide that transition. Other than that, you can walk all the way through this coach without ever setting foot on carpet. Everything in this coach that looks like Corian is actually Corian. It is cut, sanded, polished at Newmar. They do it in-house, so everything is very custom in their countertops and everything. You won't see other coaches like that. A lot of factories actually buy that stuff pre-cut and pre-made. Well, that doesn't give you very good quality control over it. With Newmar, if they need to make an adjustment or anything, they can do it right there in-house. So the $43.69, I told you the pantry helps sell it. It's a great floor plan, all that, but what really sells this coach is this bathroom. They made it bigger. They made it a little bigger than other bathrooms, and that allowed for a couple of things. Number one, it has the entire closet back here from one side to the other of the coach, because none of this is taken up with the washer dryer. Because they made this a little bigger, it allowed them to put the washer dryer elsewhere. Adjustable shelves here, fixed shelf here. We do have a light here. We even have a safe back here where you can put the valuables. So that's number one. Because we made it bigger, it allowed them to make the world's greatest RV shower. This thing is huge. Okay, I mean, my elbows cannot touch. If I go that way, one elbow bumped. I mean, it's ridiculously big in here. 3 people could shower. You do have the water miser system to help save water. You have both the fixed and the handheld shower head in here. Nice setup. You even have the teak wood bench that is nice to fold down if you want to shave your legs. I don't. Now, because that shower is so big, it allowed space across from it for the stackable washer dryer. So your stackable washer dryer is not in the rear closet. Give you a separate area for that. And then of course, we have the toilet hiding around the corner and our emergency escape door. Hopefully it's not too big of an emergency. There we go. All right, so you have the emergency escape door with the ladder that folds out of the bottom of that door. If you haven't seen that, we've done separate videos on that. If you get on YouTube and search Mount Comfort RV escape door, you're going to find a separate video we did on that. I don't want to take too much time up here. Storage in the bathroom. Well, first of all, dual sinks. What's not to love there? Outlets on either side. And then his and hers, hers and hers, his and his, however we want to do it. Medicine cabinets. How awesome is that? Everybody's got their own side for their own stuff. And then below, there's 2 like this. There's one under each sink. And then there's drawers, 4 of them all the way down. All right, so that's a little bit about the storage in here. Let's close this up and see what this coach looks like with the slides in. All right, one of the important things with RVing is to show these with the slides in. We kind of did this on a whim one day, and everybody kind of went nuts. And oh, thank you for showing them with the slides in. You got to do that every time. So we try to do it every time I do a video. So this one's very good if you take the time to do what I did here. And it took all of 30 seconds to turn these 2 chairs sideways. These chairs are skinnier than they are depth-wise. So if you take the time to fit them in there back to back like we did there, you actually end up with one heck of an aisleway here. This is about as good as it gets in high-end Class A RVs, because of course when we get there we all want as many slides and they need to be as deep as possible. We want big comfy furniture. Oh yeah, but I want lots of space left when we bring it in too. Well, it's hard to get all of those things, but this is a good balancing act. As you see, you know, you've got to do a little bit of the peg leg walk here because it is a little elevated here, but it's not at all tight at any point in this coach. I mean, even here, I barely have to turn. If you need to get in the fridge, either side of that, the pantry, clearly there's no keeping me out of the refrigerator. Into the bathroom, this door is the way this door articulates is made specifically to be able to get in there with the slide rooms in without any problem at all. So this is as good as it gets. The bed, the way Newmar does their bed, it doesn't have to fold up or fold in half or anything like that. So you still have all of that bed available to you back there. If somebody wanted to go back there and take a nap, get some shut-eye, it's ready. You can walk right back there and jump on it. You can even get to the rear bathroom, but again, you're doing somersaults, and we talked about that. We're not doing that. I didn't mention some of the particulars on here. The interior and exterior packages on here are both done in the Chateau decor and Chateau paint scheme. So when we get to the outside, I'll show a little bit more of that, obviously, but that's what these color choices are on the inside. It's a very neutral pattern. We like it because it's safe. It may not be anybody's favorite, but it's not going to be objectionable to anybody, I don't think. So that's a nice part there. Same thing with our cabinets. These are done in the Newport. Newport is also known as Arbor Maple through some of the the difference is this: Newport is all solid wood. The Ventana went recently to all solid wood throughout the coach. That means not only are the doors real wood, but the cabinet fronts and stiles are also real wood. In a lot of coaches, those are going to be a wrapped vinyl product. This is actually all real solid wood. The Arbor Maple would be solid doors, but wrapped front. So that's the difference if you're curious. So that's a little bit about this coach. I think we've talked about most of the options on here on the inside. Let's go take a look at the outside. Okay, so because of the direction the sun is shining, we're going to go the opposite way. This is the sunny side of the coach today. So you can see the beautiful Chateau full body paint. Every stripe you see on there is actual real paint. There are no graphics, there's no stickers other than where it says Ventana back there. Everything else is actual real paint. That means it's not going to peel, it's not going to dry, it's not going to crack later on. It's going to look this good for years and years and years to come. Newmar's paint is just fabulous what they do up there. In this front compartment, this is mostly chassis fuses. So this is chassis electronics up here, and really the only useful thing that you'll have in here very often is this pull cord, which opens the front for the generator. We'll take a quick look up there. This is an 8 kW Onan diesel generator. You have your air horns housed up here, your auxiliary air for if you want to air up any of your toys or your tires, a little fuel filter here. You even have a hot water spigot so that you can hook a garden hose and a sprayer to that and clean your windshield with hot water. How awesome is that? As we come back, you will find a fuel fill on both sides. That means when you're going into the fuel station, you don't have to worry about which side you're on. It makes it so much easier not having to think about that. So you can fill the fuel from either side. We have 8 batteries on a pull-out tray. That means that when it's time to service the batteries, when it's time to check your water on your batteries, you pull it out. It's easy to get to. If you ever had to change one, that makes life so much easier as well. We did option in the large pull-out tray here. This goes out either side. That's how easy that is to get in and out. And like I said, it'll go out either side. Makes getting to that stuff in the middle so much easier. We did not option a second tray. You can if you want to, but trays take up some space too. You lose some height, and if you have tall items, it's actually good to have a bay or two that doesn't have to slide in and out, because that can restrict you a little bit. I mentioned the fact that this is an all-electric coach. Well, what makes an all-electric coach possible is you have to have a heating source that doesn't use propane, and you have to have a water heating source that doesn't use propane. This is that baby right there. This is called an Oasis system. It's a hydronic heating system. Again, we did a secondary video on this. If you're interested in learning about what is a hydronic heating system, if you'll Google Mount Comfort RV hydronic heating system video or punch that into YouTube, you will find that pretty easily. That gets a lot of hits, and I talk in depth about that system, but I don't want to bore people to tears if they already know what that is. The best part about this is not only does that heat your coach, but that also gives you unlimited hot water on demand. So if you're hooked up to where you can get rid of the gray water, if you want to take a 40-minute shower and do a load of laundry on hot at the same time, knock yourself out, you can do it. This coach also comes with a power cord reel. This is a 50 amp coach, of course, and that is your power cord reel there. So much easier to have it electrically go back and reel itself up than it is to wrestle that, especially on a cold day like today, because that would be no fun. This coach is set up for either a cable hookup if the campground has that, or if you have a portable satellite because you're parked under a tree and your roof satellite won't work, you can use a ground tripod as well. There's also a built-in surge protector on here, so a spike at the campground won't ruin your electronics. When you come back here new for 2021, they've changed this to stainless from white painted metal like it was before. Just looks cleaner, just looks better. You can see every drop of water comes through this whole house water filtration system to help make sure your family's getting clean water. Just like the power reel, the hose reel is also on a power cord, so it reels itself back in. This is a heated compartment. This is where your water tanks are right behind there. This is a heated compartment so that you don't have to worry about the temperatures dropping below freezing, and even things like your knife valves are enclosed in the heated area. You have an outside shower out here for hot and cold water, and winterization is as simple as dropping that down in a bucket of RV antifreeze and turning a couple of valves, and it'll suck the RV antifreeze right through the system. They came up a few years ago with this separate compartment that gives you a spot for your sewer hose. That way it's not mingling with anything else. Newmar uses flush mount slide rooms. All right, flush mount, instead of using that piece of plastic that hides the ugly seam, they actually recess the seam back into the wall. That gives you a tighter fit. It's less likely to leak. It's less likely to give you wind noise, and it flat out looks better. You go look at $1 million buses, they're recessed slides like these. Most things in this price point, any other thing in this price point, is not a recessed slide. Newmar also uses a steerable tag axle. Yes, that's right, folks, you can steer this thing, but not the way you think you can. It's a passive steer, which means it kind of does it on its own. When you're below 45 miles an hour going forward and you're making those tight turns in a parking lot or a gas station, those wheels actually turn to follow you. I always describe this to people like, think about it like a grocery cart. You're steering the grocery cart, but you're not really physically turning the wheels. They're turning themselves as you turn it to go one way or the other. These do the same thing. As the coach turns, those wheels track automatically to follow that. If you have questions about the steerable tag, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, another one I'm not going to get too deep into the woods here on would be the DEF tank. That's where you fill that. That stands for diesel exhaust fluid. This is part of the emissions or the after treatment on the engine. I would love to discuss this with you if you have questions. Diesel engines today all utilize this to meet emission standards. And like I said, I'll go deeper if you want me to, but I'm not going to bore you on the video with that. Nice storage compartment here in an area where not many coaches offer storage because the engine is right behind there. Most of them just kind of void that area out. You open it up, you can see the side of the engine. Again, Newmar said, hey, there's 8 or 10 inches worth of usable storage there. We're going to give it to them. You come back to the back. This is where things get really exciting. If you're looking to tow something heavy, this coach will tow 15,000 pounds behind it. So if you've got that big race trailer or you've got something really heavy you want to pull behind it, you can do that. And this coach, because it is a Spartan chassis, is already prepped with the air assist system. So if you want to use an air assisted braking system for whatever you're towing behind, such as an Air Force One or an M&G, you can do that. This is a 400 horse Cummins engine tied to a 3000 series Allison 6-speed transmission. They call it a K2 Mountain Master chassis. That's from Spartan. And then as we round the corner here, one of the things that Spartan does really well is make it easy for you to get to some of your filters and stuff. Where other coaches you might have to get to them from the bottom, look how easy they are to get to here. You've got your chassis disconnect breakers here, and then you also have your chassis batteries in this compartment. All right. This is the opposite side of that water station on the other side. So your tanks are behind here, but again, Newmar said there's 6 inches of usable space. We'll give them a pegboard. They can hang some tools, some extension cord, your duct tape, and your WD-40. It can all go in there. This coach does have a whole house central vac system in it, and there are the tools for that, and there's where you actually empty it. And then Newmar always takes a few of the tiles from the same lot of tiles they use to do the floor to give you those on the inside here in case you ever drop a skillet and break one, you're covered. These are the taller doors on this side. Look at how tall and how much pass-through storage you have. All right. Up top here, another Samsung Bose combination. This is on the pull-out. This swivels. You've got an extra outlet out here with USBs to charge your phone. Here's the other half of that tray that pulls out. And then up front here, we actually prepped this. There's an option that you can prep it for an outdoor freezer. Now, we didn't include that because the idea of the Ventana is to keep the price down a little bit under a Dutch Star. So if we put all the same options on that Dutch Star has, I'm not really accomplishing much in saving you money, but we gave you the option later. If the outside freezer is important to you, you can do that. We talked about the dual fuel fill. Here's the other half of that. Keyless entry, you can enter your code. You don't have to have the key every time. You can unlock your baggage doors. You even have a doorbell here. Unlock your entry door, lock everything from here. And lastly, we have a flagpole bracket. There's a little adapter that slides right in there. You can fly your colors. Folks, that's as much as I can do because we're freezing to death out here. We hope you appreciate it. We're committed to doing even more videos this year. All we ask from you, call us when you need us, like and subscribe to our page, and thanks for watching. This is Chris Anderson with Mount Comfort RV. I hope to hear from you soon. Jeez, it's cold out here. Jeez.